Hey there out there in YouTube land. This is Porcupine Theater coming to you with a book review of a book that I recently finished entitled House and Philosophy, Everybody Lies. Now, as most of you know, and some of you may not, I am absolutely bar none obsessed with House. I own the first 4 seasons on DVD, and I usually tune in every Tuesday or Monday night in order to watch the show that's now in Season 5, and the directions that it started to take are fairly interesting. This book was actually released in 2009, so it is very new, very fresh off the market. However, since this compilation is a compilation of articles on philosophy regarding House, since it was being compiled in 2008 for the most part, it only goes up to events that occur in Season 4. Now, if you don't remember, Season 4 started off with House narrowing down 40 potential recruits into the 3 teammates, 13, Kutner, and Taub. Now, of course, if you've been watching Season 5, we all know that Kutner has now passed away due to a suicide, but I shouldn't talk about Season 5 on here since this book only covers 1 through 4. Now, what you'll see in this book are a lot of very in-depth philosophical reviews of how House is sort of compared to other styles of thinking that maybe you're not used to, such the points of view as Taoism, the importance of eccentricity, the Nietzsche point of view. There are a lot of different topics that are covered in this book, more than I could possibly explain in a video that I plan to keep rather short. And the thing is that they don't go into detail just with House. They also mention some of the other characters that are in the series, including Tritter, who is House's nemesis in Season 3, Cameron, who is, of course, House's love interest. Well, she loves House. He feels that he's just damaged goods, and that's all she wants him for. That was in Season 1. And it also explains Volgler, his impact on the series in Season 1. Now, there are also a couple of other rehashes to some of the other characters, but the ones that I just mentioned are the ones that seem to take the center stage and the center role. And, of course, the biggest one is House, and trying to understand and dissect the minds of one of the most tantamount medical geniuses that we've ever seen on television. They've even made comparisons in the book to other medical dramas that are on there, such as ER and Grey's Anatomy, and most of them agree that they really just don't size up to a character or a series as deep and as philosophically sound as House is. You can take things from what House says, such as everybody lies, or read less, more TV, and really study them in depth to see what exactly he means by these particular phrases and proses. It's a very, very interesting read. It's something that I highly recommend. Now, if you're somebody who is in high school right now, there's a very good chance that if you take a philosophy or a sociology class whenever you go to college, or even a psychology class, if your professor is the type that recommends a lot of books that refer to different shows that are on television or in pop culture today, this is a book that you may potentially be reading. Simply because House has had such an impact on society. There are a lot of people out there who are House fans, a lot of people who love the show. It's one of the highest rated shows on television. It has been nominated and has won various awards. So this is a book that you may read while in college. You actually may be studying one of your favorite shows if you go to college. Now, if you're not in college, such as myself, I graduated from college 2 years ago, and are just absolutely obsessed with the drama and the humor that House can bring to the table, this book is absolutely perfect for you. Why? Well, because it's a very serious topic whenever you get into the realms of philosophy and such people such as Nietzsche and Socrates and John Milton. However, it also has the one thing that the series has that maybe is sometimes absent from philosophical thought or sometimes absent from your typical classroom, and that's the humor. The humor is laced in here straight from the show, and also the authors of this book do their own collective little intake and their own collective little jabs of humor in the series. Now, right here it says that the series editor is William Irwin, and it was primarily edited from Henry Jacoby. What this means actually is that there's a series of books. It's the Blackwell Philosophy and Pop Culture series that was all edited by William Irwin. Such other topics include other television shows such as Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Lost. Personally, I want to pick up the one for Lost because, let's face it, whenever you watch Lost, you are lost. And to see the philosophy behind that would be breathtaking. However, to read the breathtaking vision of philosophy that's right here in the house is also fantastic. It's a 5-star book. It's got a 5-star review. There are a couple of the contributors that are actually right on my doorstep. I live in PA, and there are contributors from West Virginia University and Marshall University, which are just a couple of hours away from me. So chances are, not only if you read this book will you find it to be both entertaining and interesting, but you may also find that one of the contributors is somebody that maybe you even studied under. Well, anyways, guys, the book once again is House and Philosophy, Everybody Lies. I highly recommend it. 5 out of 5 stars. Go pick it up and read it, you house-obsessed freaks. By the way, just because he says read less, more TV, doesn't mean you shouldn't read this book. Those aren't my words. Those are actually from Henry Jacoby. Later, guys.